Now let's add a call to action to this video. The first thing we want to do is add a new scene. So we're going to go up here and say create a new scene, and there we have our canvas. So what I like to do, and again, this is really simple. I'm not going to do anything fancy here. Real simple, easy, and a quick call to action. We're going to put a picture over here and then some text. So let's add a bitmap image. Here, I'm going to pick a picture, an older picture of me. You know, when I'm doing this particular kind of call to action, I kind of like the sketch on this. So let's just put this over here. We'll put, and again, we're going to make this a little bit larger. Maybe not quite that large. Let's see. I'm going to bring it all the way out to the end so that it bleeds at the top and bottom and at the left. By bleeding, it means the color is going to go over the top, see, and at the side. And so we're going to put the picture right there. You can see a little preview of it up here in the timeline. Well, now we have our photo placed, and that's in a good place. Now we have this area to work with over here, and we're going to take a look at this pretty much and divide it into thirds. We're going to have either a slogan or a special logo up here at the top, a little telephone number, call to action right in the middle, and then on the bottom we're going to insert a company logo and you know, whatever is required by the state relative to compliance. So let's assume that I'm working for Remax. I don't work for Remax. I'm not an active agent. This is for illustrative purposes only. So I'm going to add another picture. That's another bitmap image. All right, we've got the logo here. Now on these logos and these images, I don't want them sketched. I'm going to have them added, and I don't want them sketched. I want them to appear. I don't want them to take up a lot of time. Now each Remax office has a name, so let's give our Remax office a name here. We'll add some text. So let's say I am working for Remax Pennsylvania Realty. As far as I know, that is not the name of a real company. I sure hope it's not. Let's say that we'll add another. Let's move this up a little bit. I'm going to give this a couple of lines here because we're thinking about compliance here. We're adding some more text. We're going to say that that's located in State College, Pennsylvania. All right, there we go. All right. If you live in a state that requires your license number or your broker's license number, you may want to put that in here as well. All right. License, that would be number. And if that's something that you need to do to be compliant, it's a real easy thing to accomplish. Even if you don't need it to be compliant, sometimes it's a nice thing to do. Add some credibility, some social proof. All right, so there we have that information there. So those are little bits of information that on the default will add some, you know, a bunch of time to our video. We don't want that to add time. So we're going to go close this canvas just right now. We're going to Remax. We're going to say the action before that is nothing. We just want it to appear on the screen. We want the same thing to happen here. We don't want to have all of this stuff sketched. Our video is long enough as it is. We just want it to appear. All right, we want that text to appear. We don't want it to add any time to the video. Same thing with this one here. All right, this line and the license. So that will just appear and it will not eat up our time on the video. All right, so let's open the canvas again. That's a little bit too close to the bottom for my taste, but you know, just for now, let's not worry about that a whole lot. Let's just you know, agree that that should be, well, yeah, let me move it up here. See, it's not that hard. You can just move it up, just click, 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 and get it right. And I thought I got rid of that $sign and I didn't. There we go. See how easy that is when you're highlighting some text there and you see you have a mistake, you can go right there. All right, so I want to add some more text. Here, right in the middle, I want to have my telephone number because that is going to be something that I want people to have easy access to, and I probably would like my email address, right? I don't even think I need the email address. I think the number is okay, but I want that to be a whole lot more prominent. That works. Alrighty, I'm going to lock that, and I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger. Give people, and I'm going to leave that sketchy. I'm going to let that be sketched out. I'm not going to have that be a 4-second. We'll make that a 2.5-second sketch. All right, and then I'm going to open it again. I'm going to add something up here, and what I want to put up here is going to be something that is either a slogan or a logo, and something that is germane to the topic. So in this particular instance, we're working with a military relocation video, and real estate agents have lots of great logos they can use for that. For instance, if the real estate agent is a member of a group of a network group called Homes for Heroes, that's a really great group, they may choose to use that logo up there. Now, of course, you must be a member of that organization, to be able to use that video, to be able to use that logo. You can't just go and swipe a logo if you're not a member. You have to be a paid member of that group to be able to use that logo. But that is a very, very good group of real estate agents and brokers who provide special services to military people and first responders. So that would be a great logo to use. Another logo that would be a great logo to use, if you are a member, would be a logo for the Certified Military Residential Specialist. And again, that's very, very germane to the topic. You can also choose a logo for the Military Relocation Professional. That's a new certification from the National Association of Realtors. There are lots of logos that would be great for this. In the meantime, as you're looking at this, be aware that when we close the canvas, you can create a video from this scene alone. So you can create a video right from this scene and use the same call to action on other videos. So, and here's a little tip for it. See that logo there? You can create a video from this scene and use this, the video right in this military video. You can go back and you can replace that, keep it exactly the same, just replace the logo with, let's say, the accredited buyer representative. And that would be a great logo to use if you are going to be featuring a video and you're trying to attract real estate buyers. If you want to attract seller leads, you may want to use your SRS designation logo. If you are a member of CRS, the Certified Residential Specialists, you may choose to use that logo. CRB, any group that gives you more social proof and more evidence of savvy in any given area can be used right in that area. You can close the canvas and just create another video from the scene, and perhaps create 5 or 6 different calls to action that you can place at the end of different videos. So your videos for buyers will have one call to action, your videos for sellers will have another call to action, your military relocation videos will have a call to action. You may be a senior residential specialist, and if you are a senior residential specialist, you may want to use that. If you are not a member of a particular organization, let's say, or you don't have this certified military residential specialist, you can call yourself a military-friendly real estate agent, and I have some assets for that. I've created some assets for that I will be happy to share with you as well. I use images like that on a collection of t-shirts that real estate agents use for in-person lead generation when they're out and about. So that is how you create the call to action. So there we are. That appears right at the end. Let's take a quick look at the scene preview. See what that looks like. See if we did this right. There we've got our sketch. Nope, we didn't do it right. Hold on. Nope, I didn't do it right. I was so busy talking. All right, so I did the logo and the logo address. Then what I think I want to do is I want to bring this over here, this logo, close the canvas, close the canvas, and do the same thing before so that nothing happens. And then that And then we have that. So, all right. All right, there we've got the sketch. Oh, and the other thing that we don't have there, glad I looked, is we don't have my name or the agent's name. So we want to be able to add text. In this case, we're going to be adding the text to the picture. So the first thing we're going to do is bring this down here. That color doesn't work, so we're going to make that white. We're going to make that bolder. That probably would be good in impact. Yes, it is. I would make that a little bit larger. And I might even add a little effect here. I like this black clone shift. It adds a little bit of shadow and dresses it up just a little bit more. So I would add that. I would close the canvas. And again, I don't want to add a whole lot of time to the video. I don't want to add any time. I want that to just appear. So now let's take a look and see how we're doing here. All right, there we go. Okay, and that's it. And then after the action, we'll probably give this about 3 seconds so that after everything is fully loaded, it will appear at the end and just sort of be there for people to look at. All right, and then 3 seconds after that, and it will close. So that's how you add a call to action at the end, and that is a call to action that you can keep and save from one to the next. So when you create the video from the scene, you put that into the folder that you want, all right? And again, you don't want to put a watermark on there. Create the video as 1920 by 1080. Start the export, and then you will have a video that you can edit. So we'll create this video right now, and then in the next video, I'll show you how you can add your call to action that you've created in advance.